Welcome back, everybody. Today, I know it's been a while. I've been meaning to do this for a few weeks now, truthfully. But today we're going to be doing a review of the Tier 9 French medium line, which is the Project Louis. And honestly, it's really good.
Punched right through their armor. One of our trucks was hit. That one bounced.
How you bounce the ass of a Tier 9 Russian light tank. But you're just gonna see me out-trade him here. Like,
Enemy
just...
armor is damaged. Enemy armor is damaged.
He's firing heat at me, by the
Our
way.
truck is hit. It can break any-
Hold up. Just to reiterate here, he's firing heat at my son. Oh, no, he's not. I can see the pen marker there. It's barely visible. That shit's in the way. Oh, good. But, anywho,
We lost the truck.
he bounces me anyway, and then I just kill him here.
Penetration. Enemy vehicle
Probably would have
is
killed him earlier
destroyed.
had I not bounced him in the ass, but it's all fine and dandy, I guess. The first thing I've got to know about this is that the gun is amazing. You have 330 alpha per shell, and you reload in almost 13 seconds. You get a fast reload, and you've got good penetration. Like, not only that, you have decent gun depression. You have about, I think, 8 degrees of gun depression. Your gun is super consistent. You don't have any, like, big downsides with the gun.
Enemy is hit.
Your mobility is actually really good as well. As you can see, you rack up damage quickly. I recommend that you play it doubled up, though. Usually this thing performs better if it's with 2.
Nice shot. Punched right through their armor.
And as you can see, that fast reload time into fast firing gun makes this thing dangerous. Probably one of the more dangerous Tier 9 meds in the game at the moment.
We nailed them bad.
I think I just go here. I do.
Enemy armor is damaged. He is gone. Find us another target.
And there's really not much commentating to this. I will say this though, don't trust the turret armor, because you don't have a lot of turret armor. Overall, your turret armor is kind of iffy, it's kind of bad. You will more likely get a bounce off of your tracks than you will anything else. Then I have another one where me and Legendaries are both platooning, and double Louis, by the way. And the thing about this tank is when you have 2 of them, you kind of want to hit or try to hit the same target. If you don't, you kind of struggle a little bit. I don't know why, but you do. And as you can see, I'm kind of trying to spot middle for him to where he can get shots across. And he's not in the right position, but that doesn't matter because he gets his own shots later on in the game anyway. He gets a lot of good shots quickly too. Rhino is next to me. That's terrifying. Got shots on that guy, didn't even know it. Had he looked for another half second, he might have realized. He hits that. I didn't say the gun was accurate. Goes for a full reload there, nice. Then I double clap the 907. I don't have my perspective on this game, by the way. The before you ask that. Also, another thing, don't rely on your hull. Your hull is trash. But you do have the reserve track mechanic. If you look at the way the track's made, you have a spare track back there. So, neat little feature. I actually quite like that about that tank.
Enemy is hit.
About it and the Murat. Though I think this is tier for tier way better than the Murat, but speak on that later. I think he resets here. Or did I reset?
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Almost 800 damage in a clip. God damn. Alright. Rhino. Bounce to Conquer. From a great player. 411.
We've hit them hard.
294. That's average. That's average. High roll one, low roll the other. Just the accuracy. I don't know why we don't play this more. Like, me and him haven't played this together in a while. We just don't. We prefer to go for usually tier 10 tanks nowadays. We usually put in a tier 10. We do it quite often. I think we'll play 50, 60 games a day in tier 10 depending on. He fired heat. He missed.
Nice shot.
Excuse me?
Enemy vehicle knocked out.
Wow. Good coordination. I think I told him to take it for his high caliber. I think I did tell him to take it for high caliber. I can't remember if I did or not. More likely than not I did. But he aced it. I might have done more damage in the game before, but because he aced, and that it was both of us doing really well in carrying a team like this one gets the higher tick. Overall, it's a great tank. I recommend running it in my basic setup. You don't need speed boost. You're fast. You're not sluggish in the least. The tier 8's a little bit more sluggish. This is not. I promise you it's not. The gun, good pen. 250 and 328. It's a tier 9. You'll pen most things with that. You could run it with vents too, and have an arguably way better reload. Really good DPM, good aim time, good pen. I ran it with vents that one time on mines, which is the reason why it was 12.9 in the video, the first replay. Gun lane drive for a good aim time, you're accurate too. Defense system, because you're light, you're not going to be ramming things. Improved assembly, because you don't have armor. Don't think you do. That 140 mils of turret, 110 mils of turret armor is lying to you. This thing has like 110 on the like gun mantle. No on everything else. Enhanced tracks, because even if you have a reserve track, please. You have incredible visibility. You want to have as much vision as possible in this tank. You're fast, so I really don't think improved control would do it. So I think just making it a little bit faster overall is better than having just quicker hold turn ratio, in my opinion. consumable delivery system because you don't have anything that would need to last longer, like high-end consumables. So consumable delivery. Overall, A+ tank. But oh, hold up, provisions. That's how mine is set up. You could honestly trade this out for this because this thing also gets lit on fire quite a bit too. I've always struggled quite a bit with that. Like if I'm not careful, it's kind of the same thing, except it's on this side. That side has the gas tank on it. And you get lit on fire quite often. Quite a bit. I think the worst thing about this tank is its shell selection. APCR heat. It's like one of my least favorite combos in the game. It's one of the worst combos in the game. I think the worst is double heat though. Double heat is just absolutely dog shit. But another time for that one. Remove that, please. Thank you. Honestly, I would prefer if it would have been AP and heat than APCR and heat, because APCR just doesn't work as well as AP. What else? Oh yeah. Like I said, armor, you don't have any, so don't expect to get bounces. View range is good, concealment is okay, your DPM is really good, 2500 a minute, and 13.3 second reload with a 2.4 second interval. Decent pen, good alpha, 330, 280, and 430. You have really good AG. Really good AG. 90% of the time, you'll get the upper part of that roll. You have 8 degrees of gun depression and 15 degrees of elevation, which isn't great in terms of elevation, but that's good gun depression. So rely on that. Your top speed says 62. You won't get there very often unless you're going downhill. So don't expect to get 62 every time you play this thing. Usually you'll average around 55 on flat ground. Power to weight's really good, sitting at 22.8. The hold turn ratio is really good at 59.06. And your turret turn ratio is actually really good as well, sitting at 46.17. Terrain cross capacity is basically the same as the engine horsepower. And you have 2 guns. If you want straight DPM and accuracy in terms of reload, but just less pen, like way less pen, then here's your gun. I prefer this personally, thank you very much, because I like that alpha quite a bit. Overall, great tank. An 8 out of 10. Really good. I think this is probably one of the better ones in the line. It's the tier 7, the AMX 13, 24, and 24. I think it's number 1. I think it's still the best in the line. Number 2 is this. Project Lewis is just fantastic. It's a gem. The Iraq 105, and then I will try to make a video on the Murat. Do not quote me on that, because that tank has given me so much hell. I can't play it for the life of me. To prove a point. No second classes, no first classes. My top damage is 3,600. I struggle in it. I don't know why. Later on that, though, if I ever decide to make a video on it. Anywho, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to y'all later.